Well, I feel like the shit that a pimp would make you do, I'm talking about 9 times out of 10, the average bitch is already doing it herself. You know what I'm saying? These bitches, got, the average bitch got 10, 13 dudes that she done talked to, I'm talking about in a lifetime. You ask that bitch, I'm talking about how many times has she got paid or how many times have they got on left her behind, I'm talking about. So, the pimping mentality is just teaching these bitches and teaching not even just these bitches but these niggas how to get your money, I'm talking about, without because if you're good at something you ain't gonna do it for free. I'm talking about. I know I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, man, these motherfucking niggas that's, you got CEOs of companies, bro, I'm talking about, that will literally throw their whole life away because of a young bitch, I'm talking about, and that ain't got nothing to do with no sex now. You know what I'm saying? That just what's make that man happy. So, if you got a young bitch that can possibly touch $1 million, why not touch it? You know what I'm talking about? Of course life gonna want you to go to college so you can be swooped up in that, debt and all of that shit. But, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But, if you ain't trying to go that route, it doesn't mean you have to go work at a 9 to 5 or do anything like that, man. You can really get your paper. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just about using what you got to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? In so many words, Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because it was just a talk I was having with somebody, and they was telling me that T.I., he just opened a strip club, got his new strip club.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that it was talk that one of his strippers made $300,000 at one night, the birthday grand opening night.
First of all, what I'm talking about, I seen that topic too, I seen that little article. That shit that they showed on that little camera, first of all, that shit was not $300,000. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of ones looking all cute, man. You know what I'm talking about? It might look like something, to the average person that don't know it. But, to motherfuckers that's getting money, especially in my field, you know what I'm talking about? That shit wasn't no $300,000. You know what I'm talking about? And, yeah, and that stripping and pimping is two totally different things. You know what I'm talking about? Pimping and hoeing and stripping is two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? A stripper is going to work for dollar bills. A hoe is going to try to get it all about the trick. So you know what I'm saying? Not to critique. T.I., shout out to him. I'm talking about with the whole movement. But yeah, that $300,000. That shit was cute, but it wasn't $300K though. About pimp is just a boss, you know what I'm talking about. And a boss is somebody that put people in positions to make money. You know what I'm talking about? And that's all that's going on. Because basically, in reality, well, the pimps that I know and the shit that I've seen and the shit that I've heard, you know what I'm saying? It's literally, rebuilding a motherfucker just like a job would do. You know what I'm talking about? Teaching them information just like a job would do. And then, if you do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna get promoted just like a job would do. So, I feel like, these CEOs and all of it, it's still a form of pimping. You know what I'm talking about? Because, all a pimp is a boss. You know what I'm talking about? And all a hoe is a worker. So, anything outside of that, of course, it's other jobs and there's other bosses that do other things. So, it's all about your mentality, man. You know what I'm talking about? In reality, man, anybody can be a pimp if they got that boss mentality. You know what I'm talking about? And anybody can be a hoe if they got that working mentality. You know what I'm saying? But, that all goes so far, though. You know what I'm saying? And every pimp ain't good now. You know what I'm saying? You got your bad pimps and you got your good pimps. You know what I'm talking about? Just like you got your bad hoes and good hoes, but a simp is somebody that, is a boss, right? And a boss has characteristics, and they know rules and regulations. And a simp is someone that has these boss characteristics, but still go out their way and do wrong. You know what I'm talking about? Just like they say immortal sin is, you know what I'm saying? Sinning and knowing it's a sin, but still going to do it. You know what I'm talking about?
But anybody can do some pimping.
Yeah, anybody can do some pimping. Anybody can, just like you got niggas that sell dope, you know what I'm talking about, and sell dope for a little bit, but they ain't no dope dealers, you know what I'm talking about, because they ain't no real boss, you know what I'm saying? So anybody can play pimp, you know what I'm talking about, and do all of that, but that doesn't make them a boss, though. They just trying to do some little pimping, you know what I'm saying? And the whole pimp word in my mind and what society brings on it is two totally different things. Because if you look up pimps and you look up go to Google and look up pimps, you're gonna find a bunch of guys messing with kids, you know what I'm talking about, trying to solicit money off kids for prostitution and stuff like that. And that's not what a pimp is in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show you how fucked up society has it, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know any pimps that's messing with little girls or doing anything like that. You know, I'm talking about kids. So, you know, just what society has it and how I have it is two totally different things. You know what I'm talking about? So.
What's the word? 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 I'm stepping now. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?